Hey y'all, it's Leah. I wanted to give you some ideas for our next swap, and this is going to be an envelope pocket tag. And so we're gonna, so this is my example. We have our little Tim Holtz guy, so I kind of did this one a little grungy. And so we're gonna go ahead and show you how to make this. And for the swap, you will make one for your partner and make the tag that goes with it. If you want to put extra stuff in there, that would work as well. All right, so let's get started. The first thing you're gonna need is a 6x6 piece of paper. I'm using double-sided cardstock. If you don't have double-sided cardstock, I'm gonna show you the workaround in just a minute. You need to decide which side you want to be kind of the main part that you're gonna see of your envelope, and then like what's gonna be in your background. And so I want, what did I decide? I want this one as my inside. I want this as my outside. So I'm gonna do my measuring on the part that I want on the inside, because once we fold it, you won't see those lines. So I'm gonna grab my ruler, and all I'm gonna do is go corner to corner. I'm just gonna draw one line through the middle with my pencil. This is, like I said, this is all gonna get covered up. Then I'm gonna turn it and I'm gonna go corner to corner again. I'm not gonna draw a full line because that would show at the top. I'm just gonna mark where that center, where it crosses our original line. And then I'm gonna come to that point and I'm gonna put my 1 on it, and I'm gonna measure 1 inch on either side. So I'm marking at the 0 and at the 2 if my 1 is on that middle line. Okay, so I can put that away. I'm gonna grab my bone folder, because now what I'm gonna do is fold to, so I've got 3 lines on here. I'm going to that very top line, which was 1 inch from 1 inch basically above center. And so I'm gonna do that and fold, and then I'll open that up, and then I'm gonna go to that opposite end, opposite mark that we made, and fold that. So now you have that, so you can start to see the envelope kind of coming together. Now you're just gonna take this top, and you can just sort of eyeball how far you want it to go. I'm going about there, and then getting a good crease on that. And then for this part, you some people like the little notch at the top, and I usually, if I leave it like that, I corner around it. But for this, I'm just gonna fold it down just a little bit, and again, I'm kind of eyeballing. I want it to peek out a little bit over the top, and so I'll go ahead and press that down a bit. Okay, so now in order to help this close a little bit better, you're gonna cut out these corners. So see how it's kind of got this corner here. So I'm gonna cut that out. On both sides. Okay. And so once you get to this point, I want to show you the workaround if you are using single-sided paper. So I had, this one was a single-sided sheet of paper, and all I did was take another, like a coordinating piece, like this is from the same pack of paper, and then I just measured out, I basically took the paper and laid it on top and drew lines on it, and then cut so that I have this little piece that I will then glue on. And so that way when I fold my envelope, you don't see the white. I would have, yeah, like that. So you can do that, because I know not everybody has double-sided paper. Okay, all right, so now we are ready to I'm gonna go ahead and glue this little tab down, because it just makes it easier when I'm inking. That'll stay. And so I'm gonna ink real quick. Actually, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna corner around my top part, just because I like that before I ink. Okay. I'm using Scorched Timber. This is like my new favorite color. You're not gonna really see the back of this, so you don't have to ink the back unless you plan. I mean, you can always decorate the back if you really want to, but I would envision using this like stuck on a page, so I'm not going to worry about inking the back. And then you definitely want to get this whole part, and I always like having that bottom crease done really well. Okay, so that is pretty much ready to assemble. Okay, so all I'm gonna do, and it doesn't matter if you fold left over right or right over left, personal preference, whatever you grab first. I am just gonna put a little blob of glue there and close that up. And then now I'm ready to glue my bottom. You don't want to glue this little flap. So you're gonna glue the sides, the angle, but don't glue the flap because that is going to hang up over this part. And so you want to make sure that you're not closing off the pocket, because you want to still have that as your little opening. Okay. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is just punch a hole in this, and then we'll be ready to set this aside. I've seen the lady that I watched do this. I'll link the video below. She put an eyelet at the top. You can definitely do that. You can embellish this however you want. So I'm going to set this aside and work on the tag first, and then we'll come back and embellish the pocket a little bit. Okay. So I've pre-cut and inked my tag and all my little embellishments because you don't want to watch me do that stuff. I am going to use a little tab on the top of this. You can, again, you can punch a hole if you want to add more string, if you want to add a dangle, however you want to do that. But I just decided I would do this one a little bit differently. In my first one, I just did, I did the same twine on both because this was since it was a boy, I was trying to do it more masculine. So I just went with the twine, but definitely I could have done a tab as well for that. And so I just have that on there. And then I'm just going to do some layering. So I have this Tim Holtz piece. And you can definitely do this in whatever style you want. I've got that. I've got my focal point is going to be this lady. I think this is one that I got from Christina Rice. And I've got some little stickers on here. I know a lot of us have these little washi stickers like from Temu or Ali that are super hard to get off. And so I found that I just use my little pokey tool and just kind of grab the corner and it lifts it up. And so that has been my lifesaver to do that. So I'm just gonna, I'm very much an eyeballer kind of crafter. It's just, it works for me. I sort of lay things out a little bit, or sometimes, there we go. Sometimes I just sort of grab, I didn't want y'all to have to watch me go through my little stash of stuff, so I had pre-grabbed things ahead of time. So, and then we'll do that, kind of layer her on top, and then our tag will be done. You can always, even with having this tab, you could always punch a hole in it, add a little bulb pin with a little dangle, however you want to do that. So now when we go here, we've got this. Oh, I forgot to tell you the measurement of the tag. I did mine at 2 3/4 wide by 4 1/4 high, and then just used my little credit card index card to cut my corners. And so that's how I did that. So, and it just fits. It gives a little wiggle room. You could definitely go a little closer to 3 inches if you wanted to not have as much of your background showing, but I kind of like having a little bit of that background paper showing. Okay, so that is done with that. And then I'm just going to add a couple of things on the front, just doing a little layering here with some more Tim Holtz ephemera. Kind of slide that back there. Oops. I'm not used to things actually moving when you put it on with art glitter glue. And then I think I'll go, yeah, we'll go here with this because I don't want to cover up the bird. Okay. That's looking good. You could add enamel dots, you could add flowers, you can do, if you're doing I know everybody's doing the mermaid stuff right now, you could add some shells. You could definitely put like some cheesecloth or another layer of paper, however you want to do that. Sky's the limit on this. And then I just grabbed some green organza ribbon and I'm just going to feed that through. And then trim my ends on that. And we are done. So pretty quick. But again, feel free to embellish however you want. Do it whatever style you want. And I hope you have fun with it. Can't wait to see what you create. All right, bye y'all.